What's up, party people? We have a banger of a game to kick off Week 7 Thursday Night Football. We have the 3-2 Steelers versus the 5-1 Bengals. Steelers, one of the best defenses in the league, also one of the better rushing attacks. They're out Cam Hayward for the rest of the season. The Bengals, they're one of the best defenses, along with one of the best passing attacks, and they have a pretty balanced rushing attack as well. So this will be a very interesting matchup here. Can Jalen Milroe keep up with Joe Burrow? Can the defense stop Joe Burrow enough to allow Pittsburgh to score some points? It's going to be tough. Burrow is a much better passer than Milroe, of course, but Milroe's legs are just an absolute weapon, and we'll probably see all that on display today. Sit back and enjoy. I do nothing but Madden slow sim content here to help you, and we'll go over what these guys are rocking very shortly.
Without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. We're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive, field-flipping runs, and that's something this defense is well aware of.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
So the Steelers are in the Jets vertical zone offense. For defense, they're in the base 3-4 Pittsburgh playbook. Play sheets, I think this has been very important. We are focusing on this, see how this affects offense and defense. For defense, they're in the 3-4 play sheet and the nickel play sheet. And on offense, they're using the heavy sets. I like these heavy sets, heavy eyes, heavy strong, all that stuff. They seem to be pretty helpful, both in quick sim and slow sim.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got an open man, it's Washington. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
A gain of 3.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The Bengals, as you may or may not know, are in that Cincinnati offense West Coast zone run and that Cincinnati defense base 4-3. The play sheets they are rocking 4-3 play sheet, master of disguise, and they're trying out air raid for the first time. Usually we haven't been using too many play sheets except for wide slap, but we're going to try the air raid this time and see how it goes. One more thing I forgot to point out here, Jamar Chase is week to week. He's out for this game, so the Bengals are going to fight the Pittsburgh Steelers defense with kind of their arm behind their back. They still have T. Higgins, so it's it's not the end of the world, but it's like having your offhand behind your back, not your dominant hand, but your offhand. So good luck.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Burrow on play action. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Oh, look at the juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
And he'll take this down to the 33. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 14 carries, 85 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
This one complete to Yoshibas. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another Bengals.
Burrow looking to pass. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. The Steelers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it with 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 14-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. As they've got it as we resume action. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darnell Washington, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have regained the lead. The Bengals offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. That was short one to Gesicki. What have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And the Steelers first down.
He finds Austin complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Steelers.
A handoff for Warren. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Steelers.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
On the give, it's Warren. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage.
And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Burrow. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Bengals first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates.
And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back to throw now on 1st down. Completes it to Austin. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Complete to Calvin Austin.
They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Boswell's kick is good. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Pirine. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Yoshivas. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Gesicki. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their 1st possession of half number 2. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for the Steelers. First down.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle here to Wilson. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Roman Wilson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's one.
The 43-yard line.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Steelers
running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Bengals 21.
And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player. It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing is working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Steelers.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Pass taken in by P. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Burrow looking to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
29-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On the run, it's Warren. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for us Steelers. 1st down.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he goes out right around the 39.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards. yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
First down.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a run with Warren. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 127 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
A gain of 10 yards.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
On the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bengals 35.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Begin quarter number 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Elijah Moore, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
and Burrow going to throw again. This one complete to Yoshibas. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of
back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down. 1st down and goal to go.
Burrow on play action. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Noah Fant, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The visitors' offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Oren Burks. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
A gain of 6. And the Bengals first down.
Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by Burton. This 2nd and 4.
To Jermaine Burton. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying for it with P-Ryan. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. 3rd down and 1. They'll set up a throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll hand it to P-Ryan. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4.
Now Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll keep it on the ground. 1. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go on 2nd and 12. For Kidder here, it's complete. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Oren Burks. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
Throw left side, complete. That's Higgins.
2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Now Burrow.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
A quick throw, but incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well. Josh, some people are crazy to see their short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Brings up 3rd
Burrow.
and 3.
Now a short one to Gesicki.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll try and run for it. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
All right, well, that game got a little out of control at the end there. We had interceptions and onside kick recoveries and thought this one was going to overtime for a second after the Bengals recovered that onside kick, but didn't happen. Jalen Milroe was playing pretty much the game of his season until the very end there where he decided to throw it to the other team a bunch of times. So let's look at this box score. We'll start with the Bengals. Joe Burrow, 348 yards, 5 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Chase Brown, 6 for 47. P. Ryan, 7 for 21. So when they lost, losing Chase Brown hurt. Receiving wise, Mike Gesicki, 11 for 126 and 2. Yoshi Voss, 6 for 80 and a touchdown. Higgins, 7 for 68 and a touchdown. Then you had Noah Fant with a 1 catch for 10 yards touchdown. You had Burton sneak in there because Chase is out. He didn't help too much there. Trey Hendrickson had a sack and a half. McKinley Jackson a sack. Joseph Osai, I guess, had half a sack. Oren Burks, 2 interceptions, and Geno Stone with an interception. So, team did what they had to do. Just got themselves in a hole and couldn't get themselves completely out of it. Jalen Milroe with some absolute dimes, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then he decided to throw pretty much 3 straight picks. Jalen Warren was great, 17 carries, 147 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Milroe, 11 for 56 and a touchdown. And Caleb Johnson had 1 carry for 2 yards. We've been trying to build him up, but it's not working out too well. DK Metcalf, 6 for 107. Elijah Moore, 3 for 47 and a touchdown. Jalen Warren, another 4 receptions for 46 yards. Calvin Austin with his first touchdown, 3 for 36 and a touchdown. Darnell Washington is starting to heat up a little bit. I think it's his second touchdown in the last 2 games, 4 for 36 and a touchdown. And then Roman Wilson had 1 catch for 7 yards. As far as defense goes, Chuck Clark, leader in tacklers. And then our sacks, 1 whole sack to Derek Harmon. We've been trying to build him up. Highsmith and TJ Watt combined for half a sack. And then Kendall Fuller had 2 interceptions. And that's all she wrote. So let's look at the season stats so far for the Steelers. Jalen Milroe, he's averaging not even 200 yards a game, 188.2, 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Well, he would have been 5 touchdowns with 4 interceptions, but he does. We don't have QB general on him, so that's kind of hurting him. Jalen Warren, 94 attempts for 555 yards. That's 92 a game. Milroe does average 60 a game with 6 rushing touchdowns. DK Metcalf, he's only averaging 55 yards a game. Calvin Austin's 51 yards a game. So, he's not. They're not getting the most passing numbers out of their quarterback, and therefore the receivers aren't doing great. TJ Watt, 17 tackles for loss. That's 7.5 sacks, followed by Derek Harmon with 5, Highsmith with 3.5, Cam Hayward, who's now out for the season, with 3, Jalen Ramsey with 3 picks, Queen with 2, Kendall Fuller now with 2. So we're doing pretty good. We're catching up here. It's going to be a race between probably the Steelers and the Bengals, and we'll see if the Ravens can get themselves back into it for the division. Anyway, thanks for watching. Tell me what you think. If you're rocking with a guy like Jalen Milroe, try that Jets playbook. Worked pretty good for Justin Fields earlier in the year of Madden 25, Madden 26, I mean. Excuse me. All right, I'm tired. Let's go. See ya.